And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
Parties cannot solve a dispute. No. Community court is there to solve the problem. See? Okay, everyone. All rise. For the Honorable Judge William Law, capital I.
All right, no applause needed, no applause needed. I apologize. I was out on Tuesday. I was getting some extra curriculum for my judgeship, and I'm back. And I want to thank everyone who works for me, and I brought some Velveeta chocolate dips that my wife Barbara made. They'll be on the way out. You can take
They're
them
so
to
good, John.
Yummy. You need to. There's one for everyone in the courtroom.
Oh my God, Judge! I count 1, 2, and 10, and 20, and I want extra one.
All
Did you
right.
say steak?
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I'm not going to make my hit my gavel because I've got a joint problem today, but I took some Advil. What I've got on the docket in front of me today is something that, I haven't ever seen this in my courtroom before. Our plaintiff today is a woman by the name of Trish Spoonfed, and she is suing, well, this is interesting. She's suing the past over an uncertain future. Well, that certainly is uncertain to me. And
Judge, what does that mean?
I need to ask our plaintiff that. Also, we have in the courtroom here.
Can someone get that dog back,
Spike!
please?
Stop!
Miss.
I know she's scary, but no bite her.
I'm sorry. I
Catching
need
her.
to interrupt here. I've got a matrix I follow in our courtroom, and I did not hit column 3, which is where the defendant's name is, Jonathan P. Dunn from the NPA, the National. What is that, sir? Tell me where you're from.
The National Past Association.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, Miss Spoonfed,
Yes, sir.
please tell me why you
Well-
brought this lawsuit to my courtroom.
Judge, I don't know what is going to happen to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And right now, I am in a very bad place. I went to a bad college. I met a bad man. I have a bad child.
Your backstory is of no concern to the courtroom, ma'am. Could you please tell me why you're suing the past?
Well, with all due respect, Judge, I'm suing the past because I think it's failed me, and I don't know what to expect from it, and that is not fair. A lot of people can go out there and they can plan their futures, and they can plan what's going to happen to them, but I am unable to do such things. I am suing.
Well, if you can point to your number 1 and maybe number 2 item from the past that will affect your uncertain future, so I
All right, prom night.
Prom night.
Prom night. That's right, Judge. I went with Bobby Tilhun, and I thought he loved me. He told me he loved me, and it was prom night. And you know, prom night's a real special night. And I thought for sure that there would be no consequences because there aren't in the movies. Okay? There are not any consequences in the movies. And that is what I know. Okay? And I did it with him, and then I wound up getting pregnant.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
Well,
Calm down. He's not. No comment.
all right. So you slept with Bobby Tillman on
Yeah,
prom night and
I
got
did.
pregnant.
I did.
What's your second point, ma'am, that's pertinent to this case?
That it ruined my life, Judge. The future is uncertain, and the past has ruined it. So I need to sue the past because it screwed me over, basically.
Well, I guess that's another way of saying what you and Bobby did, isn't it?
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
It's all right. We have 3 children of my own, but they are in the future now. They moved out. So in response to what Miss Spoonfed said, Mr. Jonathan P. Dunn, could you please give your rebutted rebuttal?
Yeah, well, thanks, Judge. First of all, I want to say she just admitted it right there. She said that Bobby done knocked her up on prom night. Well, first of all, she's probably been drinking. Underage, bad choice. Not my fault, all right? The past is not a bad thing unless you make the mistakes of turning it into a bad thing. And the 3 little children, she had triplets that are running around, that are bleeding her dry, got no money. Again, comes back to her own decision-making process and not the way the past
Judge,
treasured.
I object. I must object.
So you had triplets, I hear. You lied to the court?
I didn't mean to lie, Judge. I just misrepresented the truth. That is all. It is an alternative fact.
All right. Well, where are your triplets today, ma'am?
They are at home bleeding me dry. Literally.
What you trying to say?
I need you to be more specific.
They are they're in a pen, okay? They're in a pen in their room because it's safe for them, and my mama watches them, but from downstairs.
Miss Spoonfed, could you please roll up your right sleeve and show it to the court?
Yes, sir. Just a moment.
Go ahead, ma'am. Here's a rubber band. It's strapped
thank you.
down.
All right. I noticed there are 3 hash mark wounds on your right arm. Could you explain those to the court? Is that why you're bleeding dry?
Those are from the children. Yes, those are. You can see it for yourself. The veins are collapsing.
Well, I asked you to do that because I noticed how pale you are.
I'm about
today
to
in the
pass out.
courtroom. All right. Could we get an orange juice up here, bailiff?
Here you go, ma'am. Drink this. It's got a lot of
That's a bluebird. You
orange.
might need some help
Oh
with
my
the top.
goodness. Okay, yeah, could you? Oh,
Here you go.
All right, Miss Spoonfed, I want to know why on my docket it says you're suing for $22.7 million.
yes, I do believe, Judge, that would correct.
That'd buy a lot of blood.
And the kids would be taken care of.
Are you saying your children are vampires, ma'am?
Sir, I didn't want to come right out and say it in a court of law, but yes, that is what they are. They're vampires.
Oh my God!
Vampires.
well,
and so is Bobby Tillerson. And that is
You
the
slept
fault.
with a vampire?
That is the fault of the past.
Well, the Tillersonmans happen to live 3 blocks down from us, and I know that they have a lot of coffins going into that house, and I've seen dirt being delivered inside the house.
Yes.
Judge, that's pretty scary.
Judge,
Mr. Dunn, I know since your alliance with the past, you are completely aware of all this.
I am.
So I need you to comment on what has transpired here in the courtroom.
Well, obviously, those are some alternative facts that I wasn't aware of, because I know everything about the past, and I did not know she slept with a vampire and have 3 vampire chicklets sitting back in a pen. I have to say that this is a big problem, Judge.
Well, sir, I understand your counterclaim here that you are suing for rights to comic books. Explain that to me.
Yeah, well, once I just found out that she had 3 vampire kids, I figured that'd be a great story. We can make some new modern-day superheroes. We're kind of short on vampires these days.
Yeah, and I also know that you, what I see here from the research that my assistant did, my court assistant researcher.
I did it. I did it too, Judge.
Well, I let you read the comic book, but,
Oh,
but we
okay.
found out, sir, that you hold stock in DC Comics also.
Well, of course I did. I knew from past dealings financially in the global markets that it was a smart move to
All
buy
right.
DC stock.
Yeah, I'll have to address that issue later. That may be a conflict of interest in this courtroom. Miss Spoonfed.
yes, sir. Yes, Judge.
I need, where on earth is this $22.7 million going to go if you ordered that?
It's going to go. We've got a whole system laid out for regenerating hemoglobin, which is blood, I believe. And with that $22.7 million, we will be able to work with one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the nation. I don't want to name any names, but we'll be able to work directly with them to provide a cure for vampires all over the world.
Well, ma'am, I'll say the name Sleeli Slilly. That pharmaceutical company, I'm very aware of Sleeli Slilly, and I also know that you're a waitress, ma'am. Do you have a degree in chemistry?
Sir, I do not have a degree in chemistry. What I have is 3 vampires that are sucking my blood out of me at home. And you know what that does to you, Judge? Do you know what that
Well, it makes
does?
you pale.
It makes me pale, makes me tired. It makes me want to find an answer.
All right, Mr. Dunn, you have 15 seconds here to refute this lawsuit before I make my decision.
It's poppycock, but I tell you what, she wants $22.7 million. I'll give her 22.7 million Zimbabwe dollars, which is about 13 cents.
I'll take it.
Well, I don't think that's anyone's decision but mine. Give me 4.6 milliseconds and I'll make my decision. Pardon me, I had a hiccup. All right, well, in reviewing this case and hearing the testimony from both sides, I have to say I will be throwing the $22.7 million out of the court and the Zimbabwe dollars too. And Miss Spoonfield, I am ruling against you, and I want to take the rest of your blood and donate that to orphan children in Zimbabwe, and that's my decision.
Stay tuned for Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. And make sure to give the Wincast your suggestions during the break on what topic Shabazz should swing a bat at. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.